Hi, everybody. Welcome to your first day and your first class at Beauty University. Our first lesson is in hair. Now, we can talk about a lot of things involving hair color, haircut, extensions, so many topics involving hair, and we'll get to all of them. But today we're going to be talking about hair color. The specific colors we will be discussing are blonde and turquoise. I have dyed my hair all of the colors of the rainbow, from blue to turquoise to pink, purple, brown, black, silver, but I am continuing to broaden my hair color horizons all the time. So let's just briefly touch on blonde. I'm not going to go too much in depth with it because, to be honest, I am not very good at dyeing my hair blonde. I've had a lot of missteps with it, and I only want to provide you with the most accurate information about it. So I don't want to teach you about something that I'm not proficient in. I will discuss with you some of the products that I have used in regards to bleach, how much it is in regards to price point, and where you can get it in regards to stores. So I do want to touch on that. I want to touch on bleaching your hair in that regards. If you are a DIYer such as myself, if you are going to bleach your hair for the very first time, I would recommend going to a salon. I did, because I wasn't sure about the process. I didn't know what shade of blonde I wanted to go. I started with a dark brown hair, which is my natural hair color, and I wanted to lighten it to like a golden blonde, and I didn't know how to do that, so that's why I went to a professional. That's why I would recommend doing that. Once you meet with the professional, they do it for the first time, you talk about your shade of blonde that you want to go, you talk about if doing your roots, how you can do them at home, or if you want to continue going to that professional and having them do it for you. It's completely up to you. But after she did it for the first time, I touched it up on my own. And so that is where I'm coming from. That's my perspective on this. I am not a professional by any means. I am not a licensed cosmetologist. As I had mentioned in my introduction video, if you guys want to check that out, it is posted on my channel right now. I explained that I have been doing my hair, my makeup, and my nails for the past 11 years. So over time, I have learned a lot of lessons. It is not comparable to what cosmetologists learn, but I have learned some things along the way that I would like to share with you. So let's begin talking about bleach that you can get at stores, that you can find at Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid. You may be able to get it on Amazon depending, because as of lately I've been seeing hair colors at Walmart. Their hair color selection is getting very vague, although they do have the one that I am going to be discussing with you today. You should check before going to the store. If you're planning on getting it in person or even delivered, such as Walmart, you can get it delivered by Walmart. You can get it delivered on DoorDash. You just want to do your homework, and I will repeat that over and over again in these classes. Do your homework before you walk in the door. You don't want to go in to the store and be spending hours upon hours in the hair color aisle trying to figure out what bleach you want, what shade you want. So do your homework ahead of time so you can go in and out. This is a favor to you. So you don't spend half your day in there wondering, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I recommend doing your homework ahead of time, reading reviews, watching videos such as these, asking friends and family, asking coworkers, asking friends, asking licensed cosmetologists. What would you recommend if I decide to do this on my own? Type of thing. So, without further ado, this is what you want to hear, and I'm going to tell you. So, Garnier's bleach, and they have several, which I'm going to get into right now, is the best. By far, for me, hands down, the best that I've ever tried, and I have dyed my hair blonde many of times. So this isn't anything that I am not aware of. But again, also, and I'm also going to say this a lot, is brands continuously update their formulas and packaging because they want you, the consumers, to buy what they are selling. So if they hear comments, if they read comments, if they watch videos in regards to comments, and they see something, hear or read something that is against their product, that's negatively affecting their product, they're going to change it. So just be aware of that. So Garnier bleach. And the reason why I'm typing this in as I'm speaking with you is because I want to be very specific and precise in what I'm sharing with you. Yes, I should have written it down, but I didn't. So there is, at CVS Pharmacy, which we're going to be looking at right now. This is Garnier Nutrice Ultra Color Nourishing Hair Color Cream. And this is one of my favorites, all-time favorites. It's a PL2 Ultralight Platinum. This bleach lightens your hair up to 8 levels. It is $11.29 at CVS. I'm also going to take a look at Walmart. They have it, I apologize, at Walgreens for $9.99. So there is some price variation there between CVS and Walgreens. If you do have a CVS card membership, sometimes you can get it for a little bit less because sometimes they offer coupons. So do pay attention to that. If you sign up for it that day, you might get a percentage off. So just be aware of that too. They also have another of my favorites, which I'm going to be looking up here at Walmart. It's the Garnier Nutrice Nourishing Hair Color Cream PL1 Ultralight Platinum. Lifts up to 7 levels. Now don't get confused because the first one was a PL2 Ultralight Platinum. This is PL1, and the difference is because PL2 lights it up to 8 levels. The PL1 lifts it up to 7 levels. So just be aware of that. Pay attention to the differentiation between the levels that it lifts up. But the trick to using this bleach is paying attention. So you will begin to see it lifting your hair. So right now I have the red is fading. I know you can't see it. I kind of like black and white. It's my favorite. Photo in video color, background color, I guess you'd say, filter. So anyway, it's my red is fading, and I'm doing this, which we'll talk about in a little bit here too in the next coming video lessons. I'm fading it, so it was a red. I want to fade it to a brown so that it will lighten enough to where if I do like a blue black, which I'm thinking about doing, the blue will seep through. Anyway, So I say I have brown hair like I do right now, and I do that, and I use the PL2, which lifts up to 8 levels, and it's 8 volume. So that's a pretty high volume of bleach. And when you bleach your hair, you're going to mix it with the powder, and you're going to mix it with the peroxide. So you are going to want to pay attention to the levels in that. When you get a box dye, you don't have to worry about it because they did the math for you. But you will worry about, is it going to come out brassy? Is it going to come out orangey yellowy? You're going to be worried about that. But that's something that you're going to worry about all the time. Regardless if you go to Sally's or if you get it done at a cosmetologist's, salon, you're always going to be worried about that irregardless. So, like I had mentioned, I have brown hair right now and I put it on. I'm regardless of what color that you currently have, you're gonna want to be aware and always checking, because you're gonna see it lighten up. You're gonna see your color lighten up while you're doing your bleaching, because that's the purpose of the reason why you're bleaching your hair, is to lighten it. So you're gonna be worried probably, which is fine because it's normal, whether you're bleaching your hair or not. But to lessen your worry, check your hair every 10 minutes. See if it's lightening to the desired color you want. But be aware that while you are lightening it, the color that you see on your hair while it's lightening may be different when you wash it out. So do be aware of that. But keep checking every 10 minutes. Go to your bathroom mirror. Go to your kitchen mirror. Check it. Because you don't want to sit there and then wait an hour or 30 minutes, however the package says, and then come back and say what just happened. If you go every 10 minutes and you say, okay, this is the desired color that I'm looking for, you can wash it out and you don't have to worry about it. You're done. You may have to reapply, yes, but at least you're getting close to the color that you want. And then you may use purple shampoo to help you with the taking out the brassiness. If there isn't too much, you may have to rebleach it, but at least you're getting ahead of the game versus that hour or 30 minutes you're waiting. It may be too far gone, if that makes sense. So just be aware of that. Check it. If you aren't bleaching your hair and you're doing, say, like a color for red, you may want to check it too every 10 minutes, because you may find that even though you dyed your hair red and the color on the box is what you're wanting, you may see that while you're checking it every 10 minutes, you see like it becoming a shade maybe a little bit lighter than what you wanted, but you like it, and you may wash it out and you may keep it that way. So always be checking. Don't be afraid to check. I also have another brand that I wanted to talk about, which is Feria, and Feria has a lot of bleach kits, but there's one in particular that I liked the most, and I'm very picky about my bleaching kits because I want to make sure that it's gonna work, or if it doesn't work up to my standards, that at least it, I know, okay, it doesn't work, I'm not going to use it again. So it's just something of that perspective, is just making sure that, okay, I'll use it again if it works, if it doesn't work. So let me just pull that up as well. I've used a lot actually, but like I said, if you continue to double check it and you're continuing to be aware of it, it'll help. So this is from Walgreens, $12.99, the L'Oreal Paris Feria Permanent Hair Color that I really love. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, sometimes it is a hit and miss in regards to Garnier, Feria. You have to try it out. You have to be willing to go through that process. So, $12.99 at Walgreens is the Permanent Hair Color Extreme Platinum, is what it says. And it lightens up your hair to 7 levels with anti-brass conditioner. So those are the 3 that I recommend. Extreme Platinum lifts up to 7 levels, L'Oreal Paris Feria. The Garnier Nourishing Hair Color Cream PL1 Ultralight Platinum lifts up to 7 levels, and the Garnier Nutrice Nourishing Hair Color Cream PL2 Ultralight Platinum lifts up to 8 levels. So just be aware of that, do your homework, and do your research. Check it every 10 minutes. It may say leave it in for 30 minutes. Check it every 10 minutes. It may say leave it in an hour. Check it every 10 minutes. Listen to the instructions. Although it may say, oh, leave it in for 30 minutes, you say leave it in for 40. No. If it says leave it in for 30, you leave it in for 30. But check it, and maybe in between, in that middle mark there, you see your desired color, then wash it out. Don't wait. But also be aware that the color that you see on your hair as it is bleaching may not be exactly the same as when you wash it out, but at least you are getting a little bit of a game, kind of a game plan going. You have a little bit of an idea. So as we move on, there is purple shampoo to help anti-brass. So there is, that's what I hear. Use purple shampoo. I have never used it when I have bleached my hair. What I have done is I have used... Now, I've seen some videos that have said that they have used purple shampoo for like a whole day, left it on their hair a whole day, and their hair ended up turning purple. But that's probably because when you have blonde hair, any color that you put on top of it, it'll absorb it and suck it up. So that could be why. But what I have used as a kind of to strip that brassiness out is, let me just see here. I should have been more prepared for the first day of class, but I do know what this is. So, I have used Schwarzkopf Got to Be Metallics Permanent Hair Color in Metallics Silver. It's the color number is M71. It is in it's $11.97 at Walmart. I've used that as a toner, and it has worked. It did not turn my hair silver. It just helped to strip out the brassiness. Again, everybody's different. The color of your hair may be different than what mine was when I did this, so just be aware of that. But it did work. It worked really well. And then I have also used Color Lux from Sally's, and that was in the color silver as well. Actually, I believe it was platinum. Let me take a quick look here. It was Color Cleansing Conditioner in silver, and this was $10.99. So it's a pump, meaning that you can use it multiple times versus the Schwarzkopf, you can only use it one time. So just be aware of those options there. And I want to take a deeper dive because those are the only 2 that I've used when bleaching my hair, and it helped to take out the brassiness. And I really like that, especially that pump, because I could use it more than once. So, both silver and purple shampoo are designed to neutralize yellow and brassy tones in blonde, silver, and gray hair. So that is most likely why that worked. So that's why I recommend, if you don't want to use the purple shampoo, you might try that. But again, the level of blonde that I had when I bleached my hair may be different than the level of blonde that you have. So just be aware of that. I will say this over and over again in these classes. Go to Sally's, because they have hair color professionals, as they call them, that will help you find what's best for your shade and your hair health condition. So, and what I mean by hair health condition is, when I would bleach my hair would be very dry. It would be very noodle-like texture, and they were able to help me find an oil, find a conditioner and shampoo that would best treat that. So that's what I mean in regards to hair health condition. And that's what I mean when I say that over and over again in these videos. So just be aware of that. They have someone that is very, they're aware and they can help you. So that's something that I would be, if you are a DIYer, go to Sally's. They will help you. That's kind of their whole thing, is providing you with tools so that you can do that on your own. Licensed cosmetologists may use them as well. Cosmoprof is only for licensed cosmetologists. You can only shop there if you are a licensed cosmetologist. So be aware of that. There are some hair places that will, like Cosmoprof, that will not allow you to shop there unless it is you have your license with you and you show them proof. So just be aware of that. Let me move on to, I'm not going to talk about highlights just because I've never had success with them. So like I said, I don't want to give you false information, but let's talk about turquoise hair. So I have done turquoise hair before, and I love it very much. It's always been such a fun, beautiful color to do. And I'm going to talk about some brands that I would recommend using. Or one in particular, the only one really that I've used, and that is Punky Colors, which they don't sell it in store unless you go to Sally's. They have shampoo, but they may not have turquoise there. But they have like reds and pinks and things like that. So just color depositing color, which means that you can put it on in the shower, the shampoo, conditioner, and you'll come out with color. But I would recommend with that, and I don't want to talk too much in depth about it because I'll talk about it later, I would recommend that you don't put it in the shower. You put it on and then wash it out in the shower, because most times it's best to apply your hair dye on dry hair versus wet hair, because you'll most likely get more of a vivid color out of it. But we'll talk about that later. So Punky Colored Turquoise, I was kind of skeptical about using it, but I decided one day, because sometimes Walmart has like little samples of it, maybe like this much in a tiny jar for cheap. Like, for example, I see a color here, like a size, and it's $8.97, which is kind of ballpark about how much it was. So it's Punky Color Turquoise, and actually they have it at, they don't have it at Sally's, but they do have the color, and it says it's on the Punky Color website. 3-in-1 color depositing shampoo and conditioner. 15.00. So just be $15. So just be aware of that. It depends on where you go. And so let me share with you my experience with it. So it was really pretty, and what it did is I had some blonde in my hair already. And so I just put it on there. I had little wisps of it, just very, very minimal, but it was really fun. And but the thing about it was that because they were highlights, it washed out pretty fast. So the first time I put it on, it washed out the next day pretty much, if I decided to wash my hair the next day. So a lot of times I would only wash my hair once a week, and I would apply it on once a week. So just be aware of that. The maintenance is pretty high in terms of when you're coloring your hair. If you, not only with turquoise, but with reds or any pinks and things like that, like, you really have to wash your hair, or just be aware of how many times you wash it. So I used the Punky Colors turquoise, and it came out really pretty, like I said, and I would recommend using that. We're going to be very brief about that too, and that is why I'm talking about those first, because I only used one kind of brand with it, and like I said, in that way. So I really appreciate you attending class for the first time at Beauty U. I'm so excited to share more with you guys. Tomorrow we are going to be discussing pink and purple hair, because I have some stories about those. Don't forget to click the subscribe button so that you get notifications on new videos. And if I have multiple views and followers, we might even do some prizes and giveaways. So thank you so much for attending, and I'll see you in class tomorrow. Bye.